The pandemic heightened many pre-existing issues across the United States. However, none took center stage like housing. In 2019, the U.S. was already short 3.8 million homes, causing a hike in rent and construction material costs. Today, developers seek to remedy this problem with innovative alternatives.
The cost of living, the difficulty of living because of the pandemic, because of the unemployment that occurred from it, has made it unaffordable to live in most markets. Overall, we've seen housing costs in most major markets go up anywhere from 10 to 25% per year across the U.S.
With the sudden decrease in travel, hotels have struggled to retain enough occupancy to keep their doors open. Developers have seen this as an opportunity to create housing in cities that desperately need it.
Well, hotels allow for affordable rent through the adaptive reuse process. We're taking these underutilized buildings that are in rough shape in a lot of the markets. We're acquiring them because of that condition at a lower price. Just like any car maker or anyone else that's producing a product, they have to start with their raw materials. Luckily, we found an interesting approach in that our raw materials are sitting in the form of functionally obsolete hotels that no longer appeal to the major brands such as Marriott or Hilton or Hyatt. And then we take a cost-effective approach to the construction of those projects. When you're looking at hotel rooms, they already have a bathroom, they have plumbing, they have the bare necessities that you'd need for a living environment, right? Hotels are built for living within. They are built for an accommodation. And so going from that to making it a traditional apartment primarily requires an addition of a kitchen.
Renovation rather than new construction enables needed housing to be available quickly. Vivo Living specializes in reimagining and repurposing empty hotels into critically needed, reasonably priced housing. Recognizing that consumers were paying 30 to 50% of their paychecks to housing alone, Vivo Living set out to create a gold standard in the adaptive reuse of buildings to ensure that everyone could afford a quality home.
PIPs, or property improvement plans, require different hotel owners to upgrade their properties every 5 to 10 years generally. When I founded the company, prior to that, I was buying hotels that were in distress out of foreclosure, and that gave me a really interesting view on the market for hotels and buying distressed hotels. And noticing what the opportunity was, that these hotels did have good infrastructure and could be utilized as apartments ultimately, that was kind of the light bulb moment that clicked.
Controlling the cost of property redevelopment is key to providing multifamily living environments. With an in-house construction team built on 40 years of experience, Vivo Living is poised to do just that. Vivo Living is not only creating attainable housing, but ensuring that their properties are building up the communities in which they reside.
We have a lot of expertise at Vivo, given our construction backgrounds, probably greater than 100 years of collective experience on the development and construction side. An affiliated general contractor who's licensed in nearly every state. We can bring our crews in if we need to, have them live on site. We have a standard, we have a very efficient methodology of doing this. We build appropriately for the markets and offer a product that's great. It's new. We put in new flooring, new paint, the kitchens are new, stainless steel appliances, and we put the money where we think it makes the most sense, where the residents are ultimately going to get the most benefit.
So the process of me getting into the lease here at Vivo Living was actually really awesome. I walked in, I was greeted with a smile, I shook hands with the front desk, they showed me around the entire place, and it was kind of funny when I walked in, they actually told me, our goal is to get you to sign up today, not out of pressure, but because we know you're going to love it that much. They weren't wrong. I signed up the same day. It was great. My favorite thing about the apartment is the remodel. They took great care of the place. They turned it into an awesome complex from an old hotel. It's revamped, so the interior is really simple, really easy. It's a studio apartment, so it makes everything a lot simpler when it comes to just trying to arrange your furniture. I like my neighbors, so the environment in general with the remodel, the neighbors, how quiet things are, it's pretty nice.
Given that these hotels generally had nice common area spaces, nice amenity spaces for the guests, we've repurposed those into clubhouse spaces, lobby living rooms, beautiful fitness centers that are oversized, and as well as on-site self-storage, convenience and vending machines, dog parks, outdoor spaces. Really want to bring a social aspect into our communities. Our company is really focused on diversity, inclusion, social factors. We are working on different social programs that we can engineer within our communities so that we have job skills training classes, interview workshops. We want to make sure that since they've been either living at a Vivo or working for Vivo, that their lives have improved in some way.
Join the Vivolution.